On the show this week is world-renowned cyclist, fitness personality, Dan Hunt. He's done it all. He's cycled around the world, raised millions for charity. Dan, pleasure to have you.
Well, John, we've obviously been talking, for some time about me getting me on the show. Obviously been busy, Australia, Sri Lanka,
And the Grand Prix.
but now I'm, back in the States, looking for new challenges.
Talk to us about that early years with the nutrition to really set yourself up as one of the great cyclists.
Growing up, my mother, who was a nutritionist, she taught me all about protein. I was taking nutrition relatively seriously from a young age. I remember school dinners, I'd get that fish pie.
So what would a typical packed lunch look like for, 10-year-old Dan Hunt on his way to school?
John, well, when it came to the packed lunch, my mum, being a nutritionist, for the likes of, Mike Tyson, Janet Jackson, so mum was always very savvy when it came to the nutrition side. And that meant carbohydrates, some protein. Of course, Baby Bells, gave me that protein.
People these days are scared of carbohydrates. So how did you incorporate those into your diet?
Well, John, as you know, as a nutritionist yourself, number one question always ask clients is, how's your diet? When we want to perform, at our best, that means carbohydrates.
Pastas, rice.
Pasta, bread, pineapple.
Always great carbs, 25 grams per slice.
Because as you know, John, that slow release.
From a lot of my clients I've seen, you get them on these high carb diets and their performance goes through the roof. It's great. So a little bit about your sponsors. You touched there about Cymex. We know they're a great brand, household name. That must have been really special for you.
Yeah, John, you make a great point. Cymex have been with me, through thick and thin. Wake up in the night, I need a bar. When you're on a long ride, let's say 6,000 miles, no water, no sleep, Cymex step in, set the game up. Your levels are here.
So how many grams of protein are we talking per day?
Well, industry guidelines. That's 2 pounds.
2 grams per every pound.
No, see, John, that's where the science becomes a bit blurry.
These are just old wives' tales on how we should eat our proteins.
You see, John, let me stop you there, John, because the science gets a bit blurry when it comes to the numbers, because I've always taken on about 7 pounds of protein per day. That's
7 pounds, Dan.
That's 7
7 pounds.
That's all from lean sources. Chicken. My competitive
7
days.
7 pounds of chicken.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
Well, it's 7 pounds of protein, in total protein.
Does that not mess you up on the inside? 7 pounds of protein a day?
It's 7 pounds of protein. After a while, your digestive system, we've adapted. We're taking on that new challenge.
That cycle around the world, it's a story that's we've all been following. You finished it, a week or two ago?
Yeah, John, it's just another one of my, many achievements. The cycle around the world. South Pole to North Pole. Swimming, nearly 2,000 miles. I was in shape. I'd just come off a long off season. The legs, were I'd say were my strong point. Children were touching my legs. They were starving. They saw my legs. They were hungry. I let them sniff my legs, but they couldn't have a bite because I needed those muscles to get me.
The fibres, of course.
Of course.
Those fibres. It just goes without saying, you need the protein, you need the fibres. It's about pushing the envelope. seeing where the body can really take us.
You raise a great point, John. I mean, it just takes me back, to my motto, 6 more miles. Sometimes that's the difference between, winning a championship, winning a rally, on the professional level. 6 more miles.
I mean, look at the Grand Prix. You won by 6 miles.
6 miles.
And perhaps it was that mentality that really pushed you through that 6 more miles.
It's that 6 more miles mentality. To join the 6 more miles crew, you can do that for only £20 a month now. Just go to danhunt.com. If you want to find me online, Instagram, Facebook, Dan Hunt. Just type in hashtag 6 more miles. We're going to make it. It's a bright future.
And let's finally talk about your retirement from professional cycling and how you've transitioned to become a spokesperson, an influencer, and sort of a role model for a lot of young people out there getting into fitness and cycling and just overall well-being. How does that feel?
John, it comes a time when it's time to hang up the helmet. It is emotional, I'm not going to lie. But I've got a wife now, kids, children. They're counting on me, to develop the business. So now I'd say my focus is more on the brand, building that brand.
Is there anyone you'd like to dedicate your career to? How is your family, Dan?
It's very nice of you to ask, John. We've got young Hunt Jr., Stephen, he's a proper little rascal. My wife, Janet, she's just always been there, since day one. She's been backing me, since I first started cycling, 85. She used to give me the packed lunches to take with me for my training. Always there. 30 grams of rice, 40 grams of rice. It didn't matter because she was there through thick and thin. Household pets. My dog, Striker, has always been there. Striker, he's never let me down. I tie the lead to the back of the bike. When I couldn't go anymore, Striker was there, pushed me through. I looked her in the eyes. Striker looked me back in the eyes. I won't get let her down. I just thought to myself, 6 more miles. I owe Striker everything for that.
You did tear your scrotum.
Yeah, the injury. A lot of talk about how it happened. Falling off. Go on.
So Dan, there's been some work you've done in television with real people. How did it feel to be featured in that show in the way it was, to put that message out there of 6 more miles to a wider audience that perhaps wouldn't see it?
You're right, John. Well, real people. It was a great show. James came to me with a vision. He wanted to see who is some big names out there, who's really making a difference. In the community, on a bigger scale and the smaller scale. He came to me, was super relaxed. He basically said, "Look, I'm going to turn up, me and my crew." He brought along a young boy and a dog. And I just thought, what is this guy doing? But of course, he's edited it together. A great show, no doubt. He knew what he was doing. You must have seen this show.
I mean, it's a fabulous show. 5 episodes of just breathtaking work. To just see it on the TV, and maybe encourage people to get that bike out of the garage. Put your helmet on, always be safe, just get out there. Again, it's been a pleasure to have you on, Dan.
You've been kind enough to have me on the show. All the best. Obviously, just before I go, Instagram, Facebook, don't forget my Patreon, danhunt.com. Subscribe. We've got a newsletter every other week. Cycling updates, pedals, all that stuff. And for all those viewers out there, stay safe. Ride slow but sure. Just keep remembering, guys. 6 more miles.
Dan, thanks very much.
No problem.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks, John.